This is the third time in Bitcoin history we have seen such a rare, powerful signal print. History is about to repeat itself, and most people are going to be caught completely off guard as the Bitcoin price right now is attempting to break out of a very key zone of resistance, giving us a massive move to the upside. You are not going to want to miss this video. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to click that bell for notifications because we are bringing you the most timely and the most accurate Bitcoin updates here on YouTube. So first of all, let's talk about what has happened with Bitcoin during the past week as we start to move into the next week. We have gotten what I like to call the pump, dump, pump pattern, right? We had a big move to the upside after holding this key support. We came up to key resistance where we did get a little rejection, and now we've given back most of that rejection, right? And we are waiting to see what is going to happen at this key level. And by the way, both of these pivots were trade setups given in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where we gave the setup in advance from 21.4. We gave the short in advance from 25.225, literally the exact level that we came up to, 25.225. And if you want to join the community where we give the trade setups in advance, we give the levels every single day. We do 3 live streams a day going through this price action in real time. You can go to patreon.com/AsianCasper. We literally gave the bottom setup from 15.5 setup given in advance. Every single major pivot we have given in this Casper Crew VIP Discord: 15.5, 18.3, 16.3 long, 24K short, the long from 21.4, and then the short from 25.225. Every major pivot we have given in advance, okay? It's not a signals group, but you can see the technical analysis is very accurate. Also, if you want to take advantage of 0% limit fees on ByBit, check out the link in the description. Also, if you deposit $100, you get 1 month for free of our Crypto Fusion trading bot. It's an awesome tool, a great community. You can check it out for free if you deposit $100, so make sure to check that out if you're interested. Okay, so what is about to happen with Bitcoin right now? There are 3 major scenarios, and before we get into these scenarios, we have to understand what is happening right now with the stock market and with the dollar. If we check out SPX right here, we can see something very, very significant. We are starting to locally, and this is the daily time frame right here, we're starting to locally print somewhat of a downtrend, right? It looks like we are about to roll over here. We put in our high coming up to a major zone of resistance at this Fibonacci golden pocket, tapping right into it. Now we put in a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and an even lower low. What does this mean? When we see the SPX is getting moved to the downside, this can be a leading indicator for what Bitcoin is going to do. Also, we need to be looking at the dollar. The dollar right now did find support at this major zone of support that we had been looking at as well in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, and we've gotten a significant move to the upside, currently trying to break out of this key resistance right here at around 104. The reason why we're talking about this right now is because although Bitcoin is looking very bullish, and I am remaining bullish on a higher term time frame, I'm still holding multiple swing long trades, the setups that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, looking for higher prices. But we have to be objective here and understand that if the DXY is looking strong and the SPX is looking weak, we can expect a pullback for Bitcoin. Now, people are always like, Jason, what is the price going to do next? And my answer is always the same. It depends. It depends, right? We cannot know what the price is going to do in the future, but what we can do is we can have multiple scenarios planned out in our minds so that regardless of what happens, we are always prepared for the next move, right? This is literally how we were able to long the bottom, short the top, long the bottom, short the top, long the bottom, and short the top because we were ready for these levels, knowing exactly what we were going to be looking for on the charts before taking action to capitalize on a potential opportunity. So, with the context that the DXY is looking strong, the SPX is looking a little weak, and also with the context that as we came up to this key zone of resistance, we are starting to print what looks to be, potentially, the bearish upside down Sam Bankman-Fried man boot pattern, where as the price is getting higher, market Cipher B is printing lower money flow, lower momentum waves, strangely resembling upside down Sam Bankman-Fried's man breasts. Now, his mammary glands are uneven, right? He has a very powerful mammary gland here on the left. We can see it's very large, very in charge, chilling out in the Bahamas, getting that sun. We got the red tattooed pepperoni nipple. But as the price is getting higher, his right man boob is getting lower, giving us a bearish divergence. And we do see that kind of printing right now for the Bitcoin chart. So here are the major scenarios that we need to be aware of because, like I said, this is going to catch a lot of people off guard, guys. If trading was easy, everybody would be millionaires. All right, it's not easy, it's difficult. So we need to understand what are likely to happen. Now, first of all, if we break above that 25,222 level, if we take a look at our visible range volume profile on the chart, we see something very, very interesting here. If we're able to break out the level right here on the right-hand side, these are high volume nodes. This is showing us where did most of the asset exchange hands in the past. And we can see that pretty much as we were down here, most of the asset exchanged hands right here at these prices between 22 and 24,000. But then the large majority was exchanging hands down here between 18K and 22K. And what this is showing us is that for most people during the past few months, these are what's considered to be fair value for Bitcoin. Now, notice this. When we come up between the price of 25K and 30K, we have a major, like, there's no volume, nothing. Nobody was buying and selling at these prices, right? Nobody was buying and selling at these prices. Why? Because everybody thought we were going to hold 30K. Nobody thought we were going to lose 30K. And then, of course, once we started trading down here, you can see around 20K, nobody thought we were going to lose 20K. And so this is where most people were willing to buy and sell Bitcoin. But we have this big volume gap right here. And what happens when we have this is if the price enters into this zone, it's like a vacuum that gets sucked up right into that next major high volume node, right? Smooth move down, smooth move back up. Like the time you were out partying with your friends in college, maybe you were doing things, maybe had a few beers too many or whatever. And then you thought it would be a good idea to go to White Castle at 2 o'clock in the morning and have 12 cheeseburgers. Well, it was very smooth going down, if you remember, but the next morning coming out, even more smooth. You didn't even have to try. In fact, you had to try not to let it come back out, right? And so that's exactly what could happen to Bitcoin right here. So these are the scenarios. Scenario number one, we break out of this resistance and we just pump right up to 30K. This is something that a lot of people are waiting for, which is why I think, although it is possible, we need to be prepared for something different to happen. Scenario number two is that we actually do find resistance right here, and in the coming week, we get a pullback on Bitcoin along with the SPX also getting a pullback. Now, this is something that we really need to be watching for, because how are we going to know where Bitcoin is going to find support? In my opinion, we need to be watching for this major zone right here around 39,900 on the SPX, where we have a major high volume node and a golden pocket retest, as well as the trend line from January 2022. See what's happened here on SPX is we bottomed out, we put in our high, our higher low, our higher high, and now we're looking to put in our higher low at the retest of this breakout before finally hitting our major target at 4,300. Okay, so if Bitcoin does get a pullback, we're going to be watching for the SPX to come down here also to find support. And for Bitcoin, where are the major levels of support on the way downside? It's going to be right here. Now you can see we've already held a major level of support, which actually is very, very bullish. But if we continue to lose this, we have the major high volume node at $20,000, and then we have major key support at around 18.5K. So scenario number one is a bearish scenario. We wait for Bitcoin to get somewhat of a pullback here, looking for support at one of these zones before giving us a very, very bullish opportunity to get into a long position, or at least buy more on spot, because as I'm about to show you, we're printing a very historic, very rare, very bullish signal right now. Okay, what's one more scenario? One more scenario that we need to be aware of is something that will really catch people off guard, and that is this. We have been trading this range for Bitcoin for a very long time, right? This was the fair value zone for Bitcoin between the months of June and February 2023, June 2022 to February 2023. Notice what happened when we got this big move to the downside. A big fake out. Everybody was calling for much lower prices. People were saying the bottom's not in yet, the bottom's not in yet, the bottom's not in yet, the bottom's not in yet. We're going to see 10K, we're going to see 8K. Of course, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we gave the long setup from that exact bottom. I literally said the only long I'm interested in is that low, and the exact level that we were looking to long was 15,450. As you can see right here. So some of us were prepared for it, but my point here is that everybody was expecting lower, and what happened? We just started to form a range, and then we came back into the old range. Now, everybody will be expecting higher if we lose this major resistance, but we're coming right into the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement from the May high to the low. And the reason why this could be very, very interesting and catch a lot of people off guard is because this is the only resistance we have before 30K. And so what could also happen is we come up into this golden pocket, find resistance, get one last fake out, right? And then get basically a head and shoulders pattern, and come back down into the range to hit one of these major zones of resistance. This will catch a lot of people off guard, and this could actually present us with a very, very nice short opportunity, or at least an opportunity to not FOMO and not buy Bitcoin on spot if we see this happening, because we know that we will have a great opportunity to DCA in as we come back down to the key areas of support. And of course, when this happens, what are we going to be looking for? We are going to be looking for that bearish upside down Sam Bankman-Fried pattern on market Cipher B. Look at this on the daily time frame. If we do get another push up next week, what is going to be happening? We could very well be printing giant daily bearish divergences as we come up into this golden pocket and get a rejection from there. Right? It's very, very key that we understand that 618 Fibonacci level is a very key resistance, right? 618 reminds me of this girl I had a crush on in high school. Her name was Six Juanita. And basically, I had a huge crush on this girl named Six Juanita. She was a foreign exchange student. I thought that she was really digging me because she would laugh at my jokes. It turns out, guys, she wasn't into me at all. She was just simply using me. She was literally using me because I was doing her homework for her and stuff like that. And as you can see, here's a picture of her right here, Six Juanita, beautiful girl. When I asked her out on a date, she rejected me, right? And it was so painful, like a punch in the stomach, And the purple candles that were oozing out of me. And then I had some time to like gather my emotions together, but then even more heartache and pain ensued. But here's the thing about Six Juanita. She rejected me not necessarily out of her own volition, but she was embarrassed. Being a popular girl, she had other popular girl friends who were cheerleaders, and there was another cheerleader girl who was watching the whole thing, right? And Six Juanita was too embarrassed to say yes to my romantic inquiry around her other friend right here. And look at her other friend. She was doing some kind of cheerleader backflip, but look at her glutes here, right? Very uneven. The left glute, very, very big and plump, and the right glute, very, very skinny. Okay, very, very skinny. Like, that skinny old waitress at the diner, the one with the Brooklyn accent, and she kind of talks like this, you know what I'm saying? With the veins popping out of her neck, that's what the right butt cheek looks like here. Now, if we're taking a look at market Cipher B, and we're trying to project into the future, what happens as we come up to that 618 to Fibonacci level, we could absolutely be seeing that hot cheerleader friend right here with the uneven butt cheeks, giving us a harsh rejection coming back down to the downside. So this is something we really also do need to be aware of. Now, I remain bullish on Bitcoin. I remain very, very bullish on Bitcoin, even if we get a rejection from Six Juanita. Why? Because we are printing right now a historic bullish signal for Bitcoin. If we take a look at the 2-month stochastic RSI, this has only happened twice in the past, and it's happening right now. It happens at the bottom of every single bear cycle when we start that big relief rally to grind for about a year and a half before the real bull market begins. We're seeing the green cross over the orange for the third time in Bitcoin history. And every single time this has happened, we have literally seen the beginning of the big move to the upside. Okay, so in my opinion, even if we get a pullback here, this to me is very bullish, an opportunity to DCA, because yes, I still have a lot of dry powder on the side, guys, looking to buy Bitcoin on spot right now. Other signs that we are bottoming out right now is the fact that if we do take a look at some other key fib levels, we can see that we are coming down to major zone of bear market bottom as according to the market cycle. So even if we get these pullbacks, even if these bear scenarios play out, I am still very, very bullish long-term on Bitcoin. Key zone, guys, is going to be that golden pocket around 25.8. Key supports are going to be 20K and then, 18K-ish, right? Of course, worst case scenario for me would be 16.5, still very bullish. So this is what we need to know going into the week, guys. Make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to click the bell for notifications. If you want to learn how to trade this way, guys, check out the courses at jasoncaspertrading.com. These courses will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader and do this right without gambling away your money. 20% discount on both courses in the description right now. May God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, the Messiah. I pray everybody is very blessed, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.